Alright, in today's video we've got some new parts in, including an MPX throttle body, we've got TLF performance injectors, and we've got a miscellaneous eBay 2.5-inch tubing kit. All of which we will be installing, getting an idea of what may need to be tuned, and we will be hoping for a power increase. Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. We got some parts in. Aluminum piping kit, 62mm MPX throttle body, and some injectors. Probably won't do the injectors today, just because probably gonna need a tune to run those. Putting it on there before we do get started and begin working on it. We are going to take it on a test drive as a comparison for a before and after the throttle body. And then we're gonna compare the throttle body to after injectors and tune. Don't worry about the trouble starting. It needs a new battery, but of course I dropped money on parts before battery. So yeah, just let it warm up and then we will take it for a drive. All right, I am also about 200 miles away from my next oil change. So that is what next check's gonna go towards, is a new battery and an oil change. Because every time I get paid, this car either steals my money from me, and if it's not stealing my money from me, chances are I am buying a new Happy Make Fun car part for it. Alright, that pull there was a little 25 to almost 50, just a little pull. Can't really see over the hill there, so gotta be careful. But coming up here, we'll do a 0 to 60, something like that. But there are cars behind me, so I'm gonna have to pull off for that. Alright, no one behind me. 0. Set it up. Now we're gonna go throw the parts on. All right, and then just for reference, other performance-wise stuff I've done now is a full Dragonfire ignition kit, K&N Apollo air intake. That's the shitty literal corrugated piping I'm replacing. Relocated IAT sensor, PCV delete, breather. Trying to think of what else I might be forgetting, but obviously muffler deleted. That's really it at the moment that I can think of off the top of my head, but I'll also be making a full video going over what I've done to this performance-wise and cosmetically. So let's get it. Take this piece off. To put it simply, toss this piece, will no longer be needing it. Our couplings and clamps may come in helpful later, but we have a whole kit. Still gonna need the filter, obviously, probably gonna give it a clean later, but it looks not too bad. So after that, take out the rest of the tubing and we are going to build the tubing from the bumper up. This mess here ended up being the absolute easiest way to get it out, was just pulling on each strand at the end that came off. And this is how it came out. But don't need it anyway. We're gonna need to drill a hole in the new piping for the IET sensor. Also gonna need a new IET sensor soon too. That one is corroded a little bit. So, but yeah, new tubing, go in, take the old throttle body off, take the sensors off, put the new one on, put the sensors back on. It's probably what we're gonna get done today, and we'll see what the difference is. Going to break each bolt loose. This ratchet's pretty fucked, to be honest with you. Do that, and then there should be one more bolt down there. I might have to get it off camera. Take this off, take the sensors off, yada, yada, yada. All right, make the job easy. Shout out to Milwaukee. Gonna get the last one off camera, and take that piece off, and we'll get it. Okay, now that all that is off and apart, grab the new one, put it on, put it all back together, and then get the rest of everything together. And I always kept everything clean to the best of my ability, but obviously you can see this still got crusty. And just for reference on size difference, the old throttle body literally fits into the new. All right, so with some slight modification in elbow grease, it is in. There was a vacuum line at the bottom of that. The stock throttle body doesn't have, so I just blocked it off. That's the piece I had to cut because it was bumping into the manifold. It's in there now, it's all sealed up. I'm gonna hook the sensors back up. And I mean, we're not in any dust or anything right now. And I'm gonna fire it up just because I'm a little bit excited to see what it beholds. And now that we're within our final steps, this piece here that just holds the throttle cable housing needs this part cut off right there. And no, I'm not stupid. This throttle body was made for a 01 through 2010 PT Cruiser. And they share the same bolt pattern, they share the same sensors. Just need some slight modification to make it fit perfectly. All right, well, gonna take a break real quick. Had to modify the cable housing holder. But that doesn't mean we don't have throttle. I'm gonna fire it up real quick to see how it makes a difference. Possibly it is. Probably gonna throw a check engine for the IET sensor, and it's gonna take a minute to start because I cleaned the hell out of the manifold. Let's give it a second. All right, it is on, it is running. I was gonna use the cork gasket that they sent with this, but that did cause a leak, and it didn't like that. It was idling at about $2 grand. So put the original rubber gasket back on. Idle's perfect now. The throttle response is on point. It's a little bit louder. It's pretty nice. Definitely worth 300 bucks. I have work in an hour, so we're gonna take it for a drive. Get this cleaned up, see what we could do about tubing maybe within that time. So I got no filter on it, but I'm gonna take it for a drive real quick. All right, just for reference, I know y'all can't exactly feel it through the phone, but the new spring on that throttle body, it feels stiff and it feels so good. I don't have full range of throttle response at the moment because I still need to adjust the throttle cable and the gas pedal and all that to match it. But for right now, it feels so good, it sounds good. The response is there, it's on point. We're gonna hit another 0 to 60 run real quick. And obviously after we do the full finishes and whatnot, we'll do it over again, but it sounds beautiful. Like I said, we currently don't have full throttle response, but we'll still do a full 0 to 60. Looks like nobody coming from that way. It also chirps anytime I get on the throttle a little bit. I'm gonna wait for this person to pass here. Alright, now keep in mind, when I said that I'm not getting full throttle response right now, that is pedal to the floor at the moment. So I just gotta make some changes there, and then we should be good. But gotta call it quits right there for now, and we will continue this tomorrow. Alright, so this is 2 days later. Throttle body's on. I've modified the stock cable holder, which normally came up here to go down here because of the range of throttle there. I figured out some of the piping yesterday. I haven't got it completely finished. Got shaky oil stick, but now we'll take it for a spin real quick. It is raining, so I may or may not grip up. We'll see. Back at the house, pulled all the injectors and the fuel rail out, got all the inserts cleaned out. The fuel rail with the old injectors here, which are pretty nasty. Gonna go grab those new ones. Okay, new injectors and fuel rail is back in. Also have cleaned out the fuel rail and what have ya. This, I'm gonna bend back down like I had it. Gonna give it its first start. Hopefully all goes well. That's secured. Let's see. Please be okay. And this is where the idle air control, or the idle control on the throttle body comes into play. It is idling a little bit above average, but that's really about it. Alright, I just took it around the block, adjusted that idle a little bit. Sits right at 750 now, which is where it idles best at. Now we'll go take it for a rip. It seems completely safe. Still gonna get a tune for it at some point, but right now it seems completely safe, and I'm really happy with the way it's going. Alright, I assume we'll spin a little bit, but Alright, well, this was partially successful. It'll be fully successful with the tune. It did throw a code for running too rich, which, I mean, makes sense. But I've added more air, more fuel. There's been more spark. So really all it should need is a tune, and it'll be completely ready. It is undoubtedly making more power. What is happening though is in the low end, if you give it too much gas in the low end, that's when it begins to run too rich and it will stop combusting, and then that's where we run into our issue here. But other than that, everything is about good. In the high end though, it is wonderful. Low end on the other hand, you give it too much gas in the low end, it'll stick at a certain RPM and not go anywhere. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you for watching. We'll get back next time with a tune and 0 to 60 times, and we'll probably go to the drag strip and get some run times there. Thank you for watching.